Hello geeks and ghouls, and welcome back to the channel. So today I've got a very exciting video for you guys, as I just received this absolutely huge package from the folks over at Mad About Horror, who are the UK and Europe's biggest retailers of all things horror, all things spooky, all things Halloween. And inside is a brand new display piece made by Trick or Treat Studios from their recent Ghostbusters range, which I cannot wait to have in my collection. And we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at this thing together. I love it when I get to do these unboxing videos with you guys, and I'm very eager to take a look, so without further ado, let's get this thing open. Now, because you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail, and you've clicked on this video, you guys obviously already know what's inside this box. And I've got to say that the original Ghostbusters is, without a shadow of a doubt, one of my favourite movies of all time. In fact, I'd say it's probably my top 5 favourite movies ever. God, these scissors are shit. I need something better than this. Okay, found a box cutter. Remember kids, safety first.
Okay, alright, important safety tip. Thanks, Egon.
What were I saying? Oh yeah, Ghostbusters. It's one of those films that I've seen a billion times and I can never get bored of. And it's also one of those rare movies that I can basically read the entire script in my head, and I know the whole film basically line for line. And I already have a few Ghostbusters related things around my collection room, including the first 2 movies in 4K, a figure of the infamous Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, a small army of mini puffs from the newer movies that my girlfriend collected for me, the Ecto-1 Lego set, which is an absolute beast, and finally this incredible rug made for me by my sister-in-law of the iconic Ghostbusters logo, which I adore. My collection room would definitely not look nearly as cool without this piece of decor. And just like that rug, inside this box, we've got what I would say isn't only the most iconic piece of imagery associated with Ghostbusters, but perhaps one of the most iconic images in all of cinema. And if I had this thing as a kid, I would shit my pants. But I guess it's even better, I got it when I was 25.
Can you imagine if we had these when we were 12?
Even better, we got them when we're 40.
I do want to say that Mad About Horror have packaged this guy up very well with a lot of protection, and if I didn't say it already, I will put links in the description below to the Mad About Horror website where you can go and pick this guy up for yourself. So here we go, guys. Let's take our very first look at this thing together. One of the most recognizable logos in history, the famous No Ghost sign. That is actually massive. That's bigger than I thought it was gonna be. Oh, this is just so cool. This is so cool. I feel like I'm a little kid again. Well, actually, the kid never left, to be fair. I mean, it really doesn't get much more iconic than this. Like I said, Mad About Horror, they did such a good job with packing this guy up for me. And there we go. Oh, he looks so amazing. He looks so good. This really is something that I've been waiting years to own. Even as a kid, I knew I'd get my hands on one of these someday. And this sign from Trick or Treat Studios is actually a lot larger than I was expecting it to be. I mean, this thing is quite huge. The sign itself is approximately 20 inches in height, 22 inches wide, and 4 inches deep, and makes for quite the impressive display piece. And obviously this is not a 1-to-1 scale with the original sign from the movie, as the real prop that hung outside the Ghostbusters firehouse was around 3 to 4 feet in height. But a 4-foot sign isn't really the most conventional item for most people's collection rooms. But I'd say this guy is definitely big enough. He's a very good size, definitely still on the larger end, not subtle at all.
You don't think it's too subtle, Marty? You don't think people are gonna drive down and not see the sign?
And as you guys can see, the sign comes plastic wrapped with some really nice and simple packaging around the bottom displaying Ghostbusters, No Ghost Light Up sign. And we also have the TOTS logo there in the corner, as well as the Ghostbusters symbol on the other side. So just let me set Moogly free from this packaging. And if you guys didn't know that this logo ghost has the name Moogly, then that's your trivia for the day. And let's take a closer look at this prop. Okay, here we go. Whoa. This is so cool. So right out of the packaging, I've got to say that this thing looks so incredible, and is actually very, very light in weight, which is definitely a pro, as it means that hanging this guy on the wall, because he is a wall hanger, will make for a very easy job. The sign itself is actually made of blow mold plastic, which always reminds me of those old school vintage sort of light up Santas, like the 5-foot ones that you'd see, or 4-foot ones that you'd see outside people's houses at Christmas, which gives me that extra sense of nostalgia. So before we get to the primary aspects of the sign, which is of course its light up functionality, let's talk about some differences that I've noticed between the original No Ghost sign and this prop replica from Trick or Treat Studios. Firstly, this sign is missing the black trim around the edge, which is present on the original sign. However, I will say that this isn't really an issue. And if you guys want to make this a little bit more film accurate, using some tape to mask the front and back and a bit of black spray paint would make for a very quick and easy job. And honestly, that's something that I might just do with my own copy of this sign. I think it also would give it that very nice framed sort of look. Also, the sign is not double-sided like in the movie, but that makes sense because if it was, you wouldn't be able to hang this on the wall. And you can hang the sign using these two very convenient holes on the back for a simple and easy job. My only issue will be finding a place to actually display this piece, but I'm sure I'll be able to work something out. Then again, maybe not. No, I'll definitely be finding a place for 𝙂𝙍𝙐𝙍 in my collection. After all, this is something that I have really always wanted, and he'll make for such great decor and add so much to the collection room. I guess my one and only real nitpick is the black line in 𝙂𝙍𝙐's stomach area, which is missing here, but still, it's not something I actually noticed initially and it doesn't affect the sign all that much, but it's still a small bit of detail that is lost nonetheless. But then again, it's just a nitpick. So I guess it's time to grab my 3 AA batteries. Other companies besides Duracell are available, and finally check out the light up functionality, as this is a real working light up no ghost sign, and the light up function itself can be activated by pressing the switch on the lower left side. So let's grab the screwdriver and get this battery pack on the back opened up. Now let's pop these batteries in. So now that the batteries are inside the sign, let's hit those lights and bring this iconic ghost to life. Look how good he looks! Oh, he looks so good! He looks so good! Oh my god! I can't believe it! I really do feel like a child again. I really do. I really do feel like a kid again. Oh, that looks absolutely incredible. That's so cool! He light ups really good. He really does illuminate really good and really bright. I hope it picks up on camera just how good this sign lights up. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that. I know I've probably said this word a million times throughout this video, and I'll probably say it a million times again, but the only word that comes to mind really is iconic. That is what this is. Oh shit. Oh, that is so cool. So I guess we should see what he looks like with full lights on. So if we turn the lights back on. I didn't tell you that. So I guess we should take a look at what this guy looks like with full lights on. So if we turn the lights on again, yeah, he still lights up pretty good, to be fair. You can still tell that he's lit up and illuminated. It might not come across so well on camera, but I hope it does. But yeah, the LEDs inside really do a fantastic job. I'm actually really surprised by that. And I guess one more thing I should mention is that this sign is made for indoor use only. So that's something to keep in mind as we approach Halloween time. And besides this awesome, iconic no-ghost sign, Trick or Treat Studios also recently unveiled and released 2 more incredible additions to their Ghostbusters collection. Life-size wall hangers of Slimer and the Terror Dogs. Both of these wall breakers are fully sculpted, highly detailed, and also include their own unique light-up features. The Terror Dog comes with piercing, glowing red eyes that really bring its menacing presence to life, and also includes interchangeable sets of horns allowing you to choose between 𝙁𝙁𝙁𝙁 or Vince Clortho. But the real showstopper here is the Slimer wall hanger. Slimer's entire body lights up, giving off that eerie, ghostly green glow. But what really sells it is the sculpting and the design. This impressive display piece brilliantly depicts Slimer phasing through a wall, with trails of green slime being left behind. The sculpting on both pieces is absolutely top notch, with meticulous attention to detail that makes them look like they've leapt straight out of the movies and into our own dimension. Trick or Treat Studios really have knocked it out of the park for these. So, overall, This light up no ghost sign from Trick or Treat Studios makes for a spectacular piece of decor for any horror collector, Ghostbusters fanatic, or movie fan in general. It's also the perfect way to elevate a collection room, man cave, or home theatre to that next level, allowing you to illuminate your nerdy space in a much more creative way, while bringing along some of that nostalgic 80s charm. Like I said earlier on in this video, when it comes to movies and popular culture, it doesn't get much more iconic as this right here. And as a lifelong Ghostbusters fan, I am beyond thrilled to own this in my horror collection. So if you guys out there are in need of an upgrade for your collection space, who you gonna call? Mad About Horror apparently. Once again, I will leave the links in the description below. So that concludes today's video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed unboxing and reviewing this latest addition to my horror collection with me. I have a lot of exciting content on the way for you guys, so please leave a like on this video and don't forget to slash that subscribe button for more. And remember, never cross the streams. And until next time, guys, take care.